Hello game guys and game gals, and today I want to talk about an aspect of gaming that I'm sort of growing out of. Now, this whole thing might seem a little weird, a little silly, because every video that you see with me, you see my small collection of, little plushies and figures behind me. But that's the whole point of this. It's a very small collection. It's just a couple shelves of things. That back there, that really is the majority of my gaming figure collection. Now, what is it that I'm growing out of? Well, it's collecting in general with video games. Like, I still like my old games. I still enjoy bringing them out every once in a while. However, I'm getting tired of storing a lot of this stuff, and I don't see a need for it anymore. So, one of my big steps right now, and you may remember me talking a little bit about this too a couple years ago when I opened up that 7-year-old Metroid Prime Jones Soda. Definitely check that out if you haven't watched it. But the specific thing I'm growing out of is storing the cardboard boxes for my games. Now, I've been selling a lot of these on eBay, and the majority of them have already sold. I would say probably, well, maybe not the majority, but half of them have sold already. I don't ever plan on having any kind of, gaming-related library in my basement or in my room or anything. Like, I pretty much PC game. I do have a Wii U, and I play physical games on that. I store all my games from my old Nintendo and PlayStation and stuff like that. I do store all that stuff and bring it out to play every once in a while. But for the most part, I'm playing stuff on my Wii U, like Splatoon and Super Mario Maker, and then I'm playing everything digitally on my PC. I have gotten rid of all of my PC game boxes, just recently sold them because I didn't really have any good collecting ones anyway. They're mostly like World of Warcraft expansions and that kind of thing. But the prized possession of the collection that's selling on eBay, I have a little bit of them left off here. You can see Metroid cardboard box still here. Still has not sold, which I was very surprised by. I thought that the game was very well regarded. But I've sold everything, and we'll look at the list here. I've sold everything from my Killer Instinct Gold 64 box to my, Perfect Dark N64 box. Had my original Legend of Zelda for NES box, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Nintendo 64 box. So there's a ton of boxes that I just got rid of, and I've been holding on to them for a while, I guess, just because I had that gamer mentality of like, I want to keep this as pristine as I can. I'm actually kind of glad that I did, because keeping these pristine, I'm now able to sell them on eBay for a decent amount of money. And if any of you are thinking of doing the same thing out there and you have a decent collection of old cardboard boxes that are in good shape, it's worth doing now, because my interpretation of the industry right now with people collecting, in regards to collecting retro gaming, is that people are obsessed with collecting old stuff and having that as perfect of a box and manual and packing with the game to make it a complete collection as they can. And I personally have learned to not really care about that anymore. I am very fearful that at some point in the future, these boxes are just going to somehow be destroyed in like a move or a flood or something like that. So I'd rather sell them off, give them to somebody who's going to put them on a shelf where they will live, where they will just live and exist without me having to worry about them. Because these have been in storage for a long time, and they don't smell like mildew, they don't smell like must, and if I sell them now, they're good to go. They're still fine. And then they become somebody else's problem, because then I don't have to worry about them anymore. So what I want to do here is just kind of show off a couple of the ones I have left. Like I said, I've already sold off a lot of my important ones. Super Mario 64 box, which was in great condition, that was sold. I even had the box for my old Nintendo 64 Rumble Pack and one of the controllers, and still in pristine condition. I had the box for my Nintendo 64, period. Like, that sold for a decent amount of money. So people are buying this stuff. But what I have left is Metroid, which I already showed. Again, very surprised this didn't sell yet. It's not in the most perfect condition, but it's pretty damn good considering how old it is. The top lid doesn't completely close, but I mean, for a box that's like almost 30 years old at this point, I mean, it's in really good shape. People are gonna laugh at this one, but Silent Service, also still in pretty good condition. Time Lord, if anybody's ever played through that one, strange game. Snake Rattle and Roll. Great, Rare developed game. I believe it's Rare, right? I believe it is. I don't know. We'll come back to that. It's got the Nintendo logo and the Nintendo official seal of quality, which you always look for in your NES games. I have Zanuck, which is a cool flight game. I have the NES Cleaning Kit and Othello. So again, some of these are the ones that are just left. This is another one that I was really surprised didn't sell yet. Rampage. Great little game there. This one I might actually sell complete with the game if people want to offer me enough money for it. But Mega Man 4, the original box, I kick myself because when I was a kid I traded my Mega Man 3 with box and manual and everything, traded that for an original Game Boy with Link to the Past. That's a pretty good trade, but I kicked myself because as upset as it might, you know, as upset as it might make people, Mega Man 3 is my favorite in the series. Everyone says 2, but I like 3. It was the one I grew up with. And I traded it away. Should have never done it, but at that point I had played through it 1,000 times, so I guess I didn't care. But now I'm just, I kick myself. Another one that I'm really surprised hasn't sold yet, because this one is in impeccable condition, is Crystalis. It's a cool little RPG game. Then we got Gotcha and Cobra Command. Now, that pretty much makes up all my NES cardboard, my whole NES cardboard collection. I've sold a lot of these already as well, so this is maybe half of what I actually had. So this is what's left, and again, I'm pretty surprised that a lot of these haven't sold yet. There's a couple in there that are you know, they're prime picks and they're in really good condition. Now, the other system that I have a lot of boxes for, or had a lot of boxes for, this one sold because I had even more of these boxes saved because it's a more recent console. But I have Nintendo 64 boxes. Now, a lot of these have already gone. They're gone. These are what's left, and the things that people have not, you know, really shown a whole lot of interest in. I've gotten a few bids here and there. A lot of lowball bids from people. People requesting that I give them a box for like $5, and that's not going to happen. I'm sorry, guys, but we're going to start off with Blast Corps, which this game makes me feel weird. I love it, the game itself, but the title, because I grew up calling it Blast Corpse, and as most people know, which I did not, is that corpse is pronounced core when there's an S on it. It's not corpse, it's core. So Blast Corps. Great game though. This was a lot of fun. It's one of those games where when I first got it at Funkoland or wherever I bought it, I didn't fully understand it, and then I came back to it like a year later after I bought it, and it completely clicked with me, and I was like, this game is amazing! Such a good one. Mario Tennis. Still in really good condition, has the manual, all that stuff. Again, one I'm very surprised hasn't sold you guys. People go crazy over Mario stuff. Glover. 3D platformer game. Not a very good one. It's unfortunate. I really like 3D platformers, but that one's not great. 1080 Snowboarding. Another one I'm very surprised that I still have. Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey 98. Now, while it is a sports game, it probably won't fly away from me at any point. This is a great hockey game. So much fun. We got Lode Runner 3D. This box and the Wayne Gretzky one, these are in like brand new condition. This was one of the games that I got when the N64 was on its way out, and I got this, I think, on eBay for $10 brand new, still wrapped and everything, and I may have played it once or twice. Decent little game, not amazing in any stretch, but a lot of the N64 games did not hold up too well over the years, so that's not surprising. Another one I'm still surprised that I have is Command & Conquer. Now, I am probably mistaken here, but I thought this game was a lot more rare than it actually is, so pretty interested to see that one's still for sale. This one as well, one that everybody loves, Beetle Adventure Racing. Another great little racing game on the N64. But still, surprised that I have this box. And the one that I'm most surprised that I still have is the one game that everybody likes from when they were a kid, which is Mario Party. This box is in amazing condition. It's like basically brand new. And I'm getting a lot of bids on it, but they're all lowballing me. which is strange because all the other Mario boxes I had, people are just buying outright. You know, no bids, no offers, no nothing. But that one, yeah, I'm getting a lot of weird lowball offers on, so pretty weird. So yeah, that's what I have left. I've already sold quite a few of them, as I mentioned. Now, the other part of this video that I wanted to go into was the boxes for games that I'm never going to sell. Now, the reason I'm getting rid of these is because I don't trust myself with them anymore. They've been in a box for a while, and I'm sure I'll take care of them. I'm sure in 20 years they'd be in the same condition they are now. But what if something happens? There's a flood, there's a fire, whatever happens, this stuff is gone. So, I want to show off the boxes that I'll always keep because there's a certain something to them that, you know, there's a reason to keep them around. And I really wish that Nintendo would have capitalized on these types of cases for the SNES after the NES had cardboard cases here. But when the Genesis and came out, and you know the system before it also had hard plastic cases. But the Genesis cases that I have are nice hard plastic. You know, they open, they store the game on the side here. You got the manual over here. Everything's protected. Nice clamshell clap. I love that. But these are cases I will never get rid of because they look great. You could drop them and maybe break the case, but you're not going to break anything inside. But these are awesome. These are awesome cases. I wish these existed for NES games and everything. And I know you can buy the aftermarket cases to store your NES games and everything in, but it's not the same. It doesn't have the art on it, you know. These were produced with the art already in them. This is the way game cases ought to be. And I'm so glad that with, you know, the PS2 and GameCube Xbox era there, that they brought back, you know, hard DVD case and everything. I wish they were as sturdy as these, though. These are awesome. I got my original Mortal Kombat 2, and the ones I'm showing off here, these aren't even all my Genesis games, because I've held on to all of those, but I just wanted to show off a few of them. I figured while we're talking about these cases, I might as well, you know, show off my collection a little bit here. I just showed this one off last week for Sonic's 25th birthday here, but I still have this one as well. And of course Sonic 2, which is my favorite in the series. This case is it's showing its age. It's got a little bit of a flap going on here. But hey, you know, it's an old case. I never got the manual for this though. But what I will show, this is a little unexpected here. This is fun. This is what they used to print up at FuncoLand if you did not have the regular manual that came with it. They would go out of their way and make these little pieces of paper that told you what the title of the game was, and it included basically everything that was in the manual, but in a condensed card version. So it goes over controls, options, items, special stages, some words of wisdom, and then it puts FuncoLand's address and everything down on the bottom there. Funko, 1993. How funny is that, huh? I believe I still have a couple of those for my NES games, too. And I like to hold on to those just because they're really silly. Two of my prized possessions here, though, for my Genesis. For any of those who have played this game, you will know why, but it's Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Excellent game. And I have the hard shell for this. Now, this is actually one that I got within the past 5 or 6 years when I decided I wanted to start buying a few old games again. But look at that. Still got the manual, still got the game. Perfect case, not broken or anything. And I'm so glad I was able to get a copy of this because this game rocks. And the last one I want to show off is another prized possession. I used to play the absolute hell out of this game with my 6-button Genesis controller. But it's Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition. Man, such a great game. Love it. And look at this. Still got the game, the manual, and I still have all the mail-in stuff for it too. How fun is that? But yeah, there you go, everybody. I mean, that's, you know, this video, I apologize. I apologize. I'm trying to get these back into the case here. I will deal with that after the video. But I apologize. This video is a little bit of a nothing video. It's more of a like, hey, you know, just kind of updating you on what's going on with me with this case stuff here, because I do a lot of Quake videos. You know, I do the game grade videos for retro gaming and stuff, but I don't really get a chance to talk about the stuff that I actually have and own, and what I'm currently doing with it, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's actually kind of fun to do that, to just let loose and do a quick video about all this stuff, you know. But hey, if you've made it to the end of this, thank you for watching, and please, you know, feel free to comment, tell me what's going on with your collection. Are you actually buying boxes? Are you buying old games? Are you selling your old collection? What stage are you at, you know, with gaming right now? But again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.